The hearing in Washington, D.C., overseen by Judge Tanya Chutkin. This happened because Jack Smith made some motions because he needed Donald Trump to shut his fucking mouth. He was saying some inflammatory stuff, some incendiary stuff. So they went to court. It didn't go well for Donald Trump or his lawyers. They looked like fools, like they always do. And in the end, Judge Chutkin sided with Jack Smith. She gave him another narrow gag order. And in this gag order, he is barred from targeting prosecutors, like calling Jack Smith a thug, possible witnesses, judges, staff, and their families. Now, if you're like me, you thought maybe something was going to happen. The hammer was going to come down. Donald Trump was going to be made to be accountable for the shit he already did. But that didn't happen. Now, I wouldn't be disappointed because what did happen is kind of ramping this up. We know in courts that there is a process, and we're dealing with a former president, we're dealing with the First Amendment. So they got to get their ducks in a row. They've got to make these warnings. And the closer he comes to violating these orders, the more chance he's going to be held accountable. I got to be honest, I was wishing for something stronger, but at least Jack Smith won this, and we're a little bit closer to shutting up Donald Trump. And the fact of the matter is, if he's smart, he would just shut up. But Donald Trump is not smart. He thinks he can say whatever he wants. And Judge Chutkin pointed out that just because he can't talk about the things she's telling him he can't talk about, that isn't censorship. What that is doing is hindering the administration of justice. And that's a step too far in all the First Amendment rights that you have. I don't know that he understands that, but we're going to find out. Donald Trump will probably break this order in the next 24 hours. And then Jack Smith is likely to issue another motion. See, what's going to happen is he's going to keep doing this, and Jack Smith is going to tighten the noose a little bit more and more every time. The judge is going to agree with him because the evidence is that he did it. And eventually, where it will be a full gag order, he can't talk about shit. So the big issue is, how is Donald Trump going to handle this? And how is his lawyers going to handle Donald Trump? Because he can't help but get into trouble on this one. We'll see how this progresses. And she pointed out that the trial is still in March. She knows that they're trying to somehow delay and extend this whole thing. And she said that's not going to work. We're going to trial in March. And that's when it's going to get interesting.